The calling of the lecture strike that has lasted for 40 days has come as a sign of relief to many students. This after education was paralyzed in the public universities following the dawn strike. This is after UWASO and Interpublic University Council Consultative Forum IPUCCF signed a return to work formula to end the stalemate. The lecturers have been advocating for salary adjustment from Kenya shillings 10 billion deal negotiated under the 2013-2017 Collective Bargaining Agreement, commonly known as CBA. UWASO Secretary General Constantine Wesonga said that all universities have agreed to fully implement the agreement, unlike before when only 5 obliged.
UWASO assures all our members that this settlement was the best possible deal under the prevailing circumstances, as the CBA period was due to expire within 3 months. It now upon the various university senates to work out the semester dates to cushion the students from the time lost.
Vice Chancellors of public universities had earlier maintained that they are facing financial gaps that could not allow them to effect the new salary brackets. Wesonga further added that negotiations for a 2017-21 collective agreement are in offing and meant to start December 18, 2017 and end on February 28, 2018. In return to work agreement, the government will also factor accruing pension contribution in the 2018-19 budget and pay into the retirement benefit schemes. Many universities have been closed following the lecturer strike, with the recent one being Daystar University. It should also be remembered that only 4 universities, that is Chuka University, Jaramogi Oginga University, Masai Mara University, and Kibabe University, were continuing the learning following the universities adhering to the CBA. It should also be noted that lecturers have been gone to strike 3 times only in 2017. Following the calling of the strike, students have been asked to come to school come Monday to continue with their studies. The big question remains, will the lecturers catch up with all their loss during the strike? Considering the strike entered into late December, where students are supposed to break and go for Christmas holidays. Reporting for Kibabe TV, I'm Derek Ingara. And in other news, NASA has postponed the planned inauguration of Raila Odinga that was supposed to happen tomorrow, that is on 12th December, Jamhuri Days. During a press conference, the NASA co-principal Mudavadi said that they came to the decision after both international and national consultation, which make them to come to the decision.
Following extensive internal consultations and engagement with a wide range of national and international interlocutors, the NASA leadership wishes to advise the NASA fraternity and the general public that the swearing in of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and His Excellency Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as President and Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and the launch of the People's Assembly scheduled for Tuesday, 12th December have been postponed to a later date.
Mudavadi also thanked the people and the government of Mombasa County for their willingness to host the inauguration ceremony. He further added that they have not changed their move to swear in Raila Odinga, and in order to engage in any dialogue, it should be about election injustices.
We wish to thank the government and the people of Mombasa County who had graciously offered to host the event. Thank you very much, Mombasa. We are aware that this will be a disappointment to the people of Kenya who are eagerly waiting for this occasion. We wish to assure them that our resolve has not changed. Specifically, we wish to reiterate that any national dialogue must have electoral justice on the agenda. We are not interested in sharing illegitimate dictatorial power. We also want to assure Kenyans that we remain fully on course in pursuit of electoral justice. Our resistance of dictatorship is resolute and irreversible. We remind the NASA fraternity to maintain our civic and economic resistance. There are only 2 options: democracy or self-determination. We shall be announcing the new dates for both the swearing-in ceremony and the launch of the People's Assembly, as well as more vigorous and prolonged resistance in the coming days. End of statement.
The move by the NASAD not to swear in Raila Odinga on 12th December averts a possible showdown that was looming between the opposition and the government. President Uhuru Kenyatta, however, on December 9 dismissed calls for any form of dialogue on election reforms with NASA.
Wenzetu ambao wako kwa upinzani, inafika wakati ambapo tuwasema siasa zitoshe, tuungane pamoja, tufanyie Wakenya kazi, kwa sababu that is what Kenyans now want. They want to see our country transformed. They want to see our country moving forward. And that is the dialogue we want to be participating and engaging in. That dialogue that transforms lives, that brings development. Lakini hii ya kuongea masiasa, hii gojee 2022, mtaongea na William, mimi nitakuwa naenda nyumbani.
Recently, Attorney General Githu Muigai had dared Raila Odinga and his deputy Kalonzo to proceed with their swearing in and risk arrest and prosecution for high treason. He maintained that such inauguration will be unconstitutional since Kenya already had a sitting president who was rightfully sworn in on November 28th.
Any person not lawfully declared to have won an election by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, and a swearing in that is not conducted by the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya is a process wholly unanticipated by the Constitution and is null and void and illegal ab initio. The criminal law of the Republic of Kenya in Article 40 of the Penal Code provides or stipulates that that sort of process is high treason. It is high treason in respect of the person so involved and any other person facilitating that process. What is the punishment for high treason? It is death.
But Orengo disputed his sentiment by Attorney General, saying that they were doing things in accordance with the law.
Treason is not an easy offense to prove. First of all, the law of treason as it exists in Kenya today is an exemplification of the law of treason as it was when England was an absolute monarchy. And you remember Njonjo used to make those statements that, you know, if you embrace or conceive or imagine the death of a president, then you'll be triable for treason. It is not as easy as that. In fact, you cannot remember, if I ask you the question, when was the last civilian tried and convicted for the offense of treason? Not even during the colonial days. I know there was these trials through the court martials where they were charged for treason. But for a civilian to be charged for an offense of treason under the law as it exists, even under the colonial penal code, is not an easy offense to prove.
Reporting for Kibabi TV, I'm Derek Ingara. And on sports news, on Sunday, Manchester United were hammered 2-1 by their rival Manchester City at Old Trafford in the much-anticipated Manchester Derby. The match that saw Manchester United outplayed completely by Manchester City. Following the win, Man City have opened an 11 points gap with 46 points. Manchester United remains second with 35 points, with Chelsea closing the top 3 teams with 32 points.
Os cara a cara com o Vorro, deu uma pedalada, bateu de pé esquerdo, bateu fraco! Sané no domínio, deixou no chão, bateu firme, defesaça do De Gea! Ele vai ali para dentro da área, vem a cobrança de escanteio do De Bruyne, Otamendi, completou Silva! Gol! Bola lançada para a entrada da área, vacilou o Delph, bateu Rashford! Gol! Corpo passou bem pelo Rashford, ganhou espaço, pedalou na habilidade. Silva no levantamento, Lukaku no bate-pronto, olha a sobra, Otamendi!
Elsewhere, Arsenal drawed 1-1 with Southampton, while Everton and Liverpool match ended also with a 1-1 draw, with Wayne Rooney scoring for Everton and Mohamed Salah scoring for Liverpool.
time for the Premier League flag to fly again. The transfer window is now shut. Time. There's a check standing far over to his left here. It's Tadic, and it's got it off the back of Cech. Dusan Tadic was off at the right-hand side. It was a little bit too far over. Look, slow motion, sees that space. It's a bit unlucky. Comes off the bar and hits him on the back. And he got a fingertip on it to start with, by the look of it. Beautifully over the wall. There's a fingertip. It's a cracking save and gets some. In by Cazorla. Walcott got his head on it. It's just one of those, you just want to try and feather it. Just a little bit too much on it. Still again. Arsenal on the front foot. Ozil sent the ball through here to Nacho Monreal. Van Dijk working well this time, Arsenal. They move it a little bit quicker.
Salah. Henderson.
Forward to the edge of the box and tries his luck.
Robertson. And Mane. And he lost his footing.
He might start out wide, but he always finds himself in central areas trying to get in between the fullback. I'm not sure he thought the ball was going to reach him. He did. He found a really good pass to Mane.
Milner. Mane.
Come into the box. A little reverse pass into Mane's path.
Played in 1894.
He went over the top of the ball, didn't he? Caught Henderson on the ankle. Craig Pawson gets that right.
And Craig Pawson producing yellow for the first time in this derby. Salah brushing off Martina. Salah out on his own as the Premier.
It's a fantastic goal. He is red hot. Just bends it round Williams, past Pickford. From Mo Salah. Beats one, beats two. Faced up with that.
And that's the sports news for now. I'm Derek Ingara.